This is a boss fight guide for the Automation Grizzly that you have to fight in whatever this plan is called, Jarl 6 or something. So this Automation Grizzly boss fight is like the first real choke point on the story. So in order to beat this guy, it's basically a DPS race because unless you spend a lot of money, have tons of characters at this point. Like if you have a healer at this point or something, then maybe it's a little more consistent. But the main thing here is this is like a level check is what this boss is. So in order for me to beat it, at least with this team that I was using here, maybe you can find a better combo with some of these starter characters they give you. But this combo I thought was pretty good, especially because the buff character has a fire ability that hits multiple times. That just breaks does like break on the robot, which is insanely strong. But yeah, the big thing here is that he does that attack. He does a slam the ground thing. And so even if you have March 7th, use the shield on people as fast as you can. So no matter what, somebody, usually on average 2 people, are always vulnerable to the slam attack. And then also what he tries to do, the big tactic he uses, is he'll summon the minions on the left and the right that are going to explode, and then he'll try to taunt you. And if he's lucky, he'll get that taunt on everybody, and then you get exploded on. If that happens, I would recommend, if it happens early enough, just restarting the fight. You can hit back out and hit, retreat or something like that. I would just do it. If things go bad in the first round or 2 of him summoning those things and you killing them, just quit. Literally just back out and start over if you're not strong enough. Now, when I did this, I had gotten everybody level 15 and my main character to level 20 and all of their light cones to level 15 as well. So that is a reference of what like strength, and even then it was tough. I didn't really barely beat him, but like it was I don't know. You have to get a good fight at least with this combo of people. So the general strategy here is you want to when you knock him down, like I don't know, if you can, you want to hit him with the freeze. You want to hit him with March 7th's ultimate attack when he's breaking, because it'll make him way more likely to freeze. But the main thing is just March 7th's ultimate attack. Every time you freeze him, literally saves you so much HP because it skips one of his turns, and just every 2 to 3 turns he hits everybody for like 200 damage. So it's just a nightmare. Come to think of it, it might be better to swap out the main character for this fight with that other character that is an ice one. But if you haven't leveled your characters for that, it's up to you if you want to, use up your level up abilities and stuff for that. But ice would be your best friend on this guy because not only is he weak to it, but freezing is like the only way to survive, basically. Him just doing insane DPS. And the shield is critical at this point. If you haven't bought characters and spent real life money, using March 7 shield is absolutely must. You must always put shield on somebody, your weakest people. And your main goal isn't like, oh, there's not specific people she wants to keep alive in this one. In this one, it's literally you need as many of your people to stay alive as possible, because when he summons the 2 exploding hands, you need DPS. You need as much DPS as you can possibly get when he summons those 2 hands. So if you're down even 1 character, your odds of dying go through the roof just because of those exploding hands and not being able to kill them fast enough. So that's why you just want to have March 7th shield. Whoever you think is going to die, try to keep everybody up and try to keep everybody evenly dying, so everyone's at like in red HP at the end, if at all possible. Now, another trick you can do to save yourself here is if anybody has an AoE attack in your build, depending on what characters you're using, if anybody has an area of effect attack, that can save your ass when he taunts you. So like the main character, for example, can hit all 3. And if you ever leveled up, him or her leveled up, then you can do a ton of damage to all 3 of them, even though they're not really weak to physical at this point in the game. And so that will allow you to, even when you're taunted, to sometimes be able to kill those exploding hands. But the big thing is keeping the exploding hands down is the #1 thing. And then just trying to get the most DPS out, being extremely tactical with your skill points. So like you only want to use your skill points for the defensive shield and for somebody who has an ability that he's actually weak to, which in this case, the fire girl here, I don't know her name, her ability actually is insane for breaking because she attacks like 6 or 7 times, and if he's the only one, it'll all hit him and then it'll break him. And that will allow you to get in there and this is a break just does a ton of bonus damage. You can see right here, like if I choose it right here, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or whatever, they're all fire, and it breaks like a third of his toughness basically. But yeah, so that's the idea. Is it's just a DPS race. It's a nightmare. It's an actual nightmare. So this is me beating him, and you see that last purge order almost took me out of the game basically at the last second. And if he summoned more, if he went through one more round of all that to the next purge order, I don't know if I could have beaten him basically. So that is it, guys. I hope this video helps. It's, you know, this is really a DPS level check is what this guy is. But if you use the same comp as me, then you could try the same strategy I did. But hopefully the tips I gave you in this video will apply to any team that you use. You know, you just gotta try to work on it. AoE is good in this one just to keep the hands down, but also you need just raw DPS. And also ice is good because anytime you can skip his turn, that's one less likely chance that you're gonna get hit by that purge order AoE attack that's just insane busted OP. Either way, guys, hope that helped you out. Hopefully now you have another, or have a better idea of how to beat the, what was it, the Annihilation Grizzly, whatever he's called, Automation Grizzly. The Automation Grizzly boss in Honkai Star Rail.